Hello.
Hey! Shuffling. Hello.
There's some sort of reverberating or whatever in your sound.
Hello.
Really?
Well, it appears that it's. I also Dries had it. Yeah, so it must.
If that's the case, then it's on your end, probably.
Yeah, it must be.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, we're going to be short one Dawa today, because he's apparently not feeling too well. And Nico will show up momentarily.
It's quite horrible, that audio. Even worse now than before.
Chris, are you hearing any audio problems?
Not right now. Why?
Well, Spuffnum is. Spuffnum, maybe you should try reloading? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll restart Skype.
Yep. Alright. Doop 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 doop. I hope my cough isn't going to bother me too much today.
I also had problem with coughing, but was better today than yesterday. So
probably gonna keep this a quote-unquote short game. I'm feeling
not to miss
tired.
any for, not to miss and not
What?
for Dow to miss that much.
No, the reason is, why did it put my camera image all the way down there? No, the reason just is that, I'm feeling a little bit tired from my work week, shall we say. Hey, Spuffnum, welcome back. Did it solve the issue?
Nope.
That's odd. Are you sure you didn't fiddle with your audio settings and maybe change something you shouldn't have?
Yeah, well, actually, I did change something a little bit.
There you go.
Uh,
Because that sounds similar to problems I sometimes have when I incorrectly configure my virtual audio cable program.
Yeah.
Configure, not configurate. English.
Yeah. Well, I did try to correct the previous problem of it. The audio is sounding pretty bad. I read a suggestion somewhere on how to do it, so I edited.
Apparently you did something wrong.
I edited a configuration file and
Maybe try restoring things to normal.
yeah, I suppose I could try that. Hopefully,
You're hearing us double, right?
I don't know if it's really hearing double. I at least modified the file. I think I undid what I did previously. So maybe if I reboot,
Okay, cool.
maybe it will work. Let's see.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ew, exciting.
Yes, so very exciting.
So, how about your week?
What about my week?
I don't know. How was it?
It was the last week of the year, so yes, full of work.
Really?
Get it done.
That's the opposite of our work week. It was like, why are we still here?
No, because
That's
it
how
was
I
a lot
like
of.
yesterday. I was just there to be on standby. I was just standing around, just doing some menial, unimportant tasks all day long. I was like, Well, can I leave yet? Like, no, there might still be some work at the very last moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm about ready to leave, because I hear finally everything's done and they don't need me anymore, and then my boss comes in and he's like, hey, the night shift isn't gonna come in tonight, so you have to take care of this and this and that. And I'm like, God damn it! Because I deliberately didn't clean too much, so the night shift would still have something to do. Oh, hey, Nico.
Here I am. Hello.
Hey, Nico. Here he is. Here we are.
Here
So
I
I
am.
deliberately not cleaned too much, just so that my colleague of the night shift will have something to do. And then
Yeah,
you're not
sure.
gonna show, and I'm like, God damn it, I wanna go home, clean everything at top speed.
That issue was resolved.
That's good. Hello. Yeah, I was just talking about the last day at week. What the hell am I saying? The last work day of the year. There we go. What the hell was I even saying?
I don't know.
Things.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, the whole day I'm just standing around, not doing anything, because I'm just there to be on standby, just in case they might need some extra sauce. Because that's what I do. I make sauce. And sounds funny, just in case they need some extra sauce. And then at the end they're like, oh yeah, we got enough. I'm like, yay, I can go home. And then my boss comes in like, the night shift's not coming, you have to do all this extra work now. Yeah, had I known this earlier, I would have already started in the beginning of my shift.
That makes for an excellent superhero name. Sauce Man.
Sauce Man. Actually,
He's so
there's already the condiment king.
Condiment.
Condiment?
Condiment, yep.
Yeah, the
I think.
condiment king in the DC universe.
Yeah. Of course there is. There's I distinctly
a Batman
remember
villain.
seeing... Yeah, I remember seeing a villain, I don't know if this was a spoof or not, of a man who had turned into a wall of bricks.
Wall of bricks. The brick.
Yeah.
The brick.
I am the wall.
No one will cross me.
But then he's literally a brick wall and he can't speak or do anything anymore.
Oh, and by the way, it appears that the audio quality has returned to what it should be. So I...
Crap.
No.
Now he can hear everything perfectly.
Yeah, well... Of course,
At
there's
least-
some normal compression, but it's as good as I would expect anyway right now. So that's a good thing.
At least I
good as it
followed your
gets.
suggestion.
What? What suggestion?
Look at the camera.
Oh yeah, Randall Stadler. What do you call again?
Sattler and Waldorf, yes. They're right behind.
Sattler. Ah yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Lousy show. At least we're not in it.
Now they are.
It seems one of them is ready to throw a rotten tomato at you.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Hide.
Oh, sorry, it was a Marvel hero and wasn't the main timer. Listen to this. While happily working at his part-time job one day laying bricks and pouring cement, Joshua Waldemar was caught in a sudden explosion, because of course he was. The blast sent one of the walls Joshua had been working on tumbling down on top of him. Instead of crushing Joshua, the accident binds him with the bricks, creating a living wall. How exciting is that?
Wow. That's just ridiculous. Sorry.
Yep.
I know of Batman Brave and the Bold, there is one guy that when he does something, he actually transforms into a statue, and that's it, and he can't do anything. They have to carry him around everywhere until it's wears off or something.
Oh, Brave and the Bold. I did not like that. Kudos for the voice actors. They were pretty spot on. But
Oh,
no.
Ramses, you should see one episode of Justice League Unlimited Shorts. Mark Hamill plays actually 3 voices: himself, the Trickster, and the Joker. All of them in a cab.
Okay, that's gonna get confusing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bad.
And he does the 3 voices, so yeah.
Nico, Brave and the Bold is one of my bigger inspirations for our Icons game. How can you say that?
You know I don't like Silver Age stuff.
Yet whenever I run a Silver Age game, you love it for some reason.
Because they are less cringeworthy. The biggest problem I have with the old Gold and Silver Age stuff is the extremely clunky animation.
Yeah, but Brave and the Bold
hokey
is a modern
dialogue.
cartoon.
Yeah, but the
It's not
hokey
clunky.
dialogue itself is like, oh no. Actually, I have the perfect example of this.
Your feline felonies end tonight, Catwoman.
Exactly, yeah. Like, there
Come
was
on, that's so hilarious, that kind of dialogue.
Your tyrannical terror of terrorism is terminated.
Exactly.
Like, literally, this whole thing sums up my thoughts on Gold and Silver Age stuff. It is so stupid. The animation is jumpy, awkward, and the positioning of the characters, where they're all angles and stuff like that, is so cringeworthy. However, I
Nico,
will
you're
say-
all awkward and animated.
Yes.
Yeah, but those are the cartoons of the age. That's not really what I'm referring to.
However, I will have to say that clip did make me laugh pretty hard over this one bit that's around at 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Like, it had me in stitches.
I'll watch it
Because-
later if it's that long.
Because it's just skip into it's a collection of clips from
Ow.
the cartoon. It's not a whole like 14-minute episode or whatever.
I think you're not giving Brave and the Bold a chance because of your bias against old
I
cartoons.
have given it a chance, and I don't like it. Makes me think of the 1960s.
You should
Batman
watch an
with
Aquaman
Adam
episode. They're all hilarious.
What?
An Aquaman episode.
No,
Yes.
you know, there I will fully admit my bias. I don't like Aquaman. I think Aquaman is useless.
Aquaman is hilarious in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
the
but
best
He's
character.
useless.
Everybody says he's useless, but he's pretty powerful.
Yeah, but you
And
know,
he has a boisterous manner of talking. Come on, old butt chum, let's go show him how it's done.
I don't like that sort of stuff.
And he has a beard and stuff. He's
No.
hilarious.
hate that.
That
no.
that Aquaman reminds me a lot of Marvel version of Hercules. They're both pretty similar characters. Yeah,
Ugh.
to me, the Brave and the Bold Aquaman is the only acceptable Aquaman.
I watched an episode of the Brave and the Bold where he went to the future or whatever, some other timeline where he and Superman had switched places.
Oh right.
Like, yeah, like he was essentially Superman and Superman was essentially Batman.
Yeah,
and Bruce Wayne had
rings a bell.
superpowers and Clark Kent did not. And man, did I not. Ugh.
Well, those are one of the worst episodes. You should watch the episode with the Monster Society of Evil. That's a great episode.
I can't get over the fact that it looks like the Adam West Batman show. And honestly, I will never, ever be able to take that seriously because of the fucking Batman dance.
That's why you should just turn off your brain when because otherwise you won't be able to enjoy it.
So hard. Like, no, why are they doing this?
Maybe episodes with like Captain Marvel and with Dr. Savannah. I enjoy Dr. Savannah so much. Yes.
Yes. Cheese.
Well, it is the bigger cheese. Yes. Dr. Savannah from Raven the Bold is one of my biggest inspirations of my Freedom City villain doctrine.
Nice.
Which should tell you a lot.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
that's also why I call Doctrine the world's most sinister scientist, because Dr. Savannah is the world's wickedest scientist.
Oh, I can't.
I should link you some episodes. Like I said, the ones with Dr. Savannah and with the Monster Society of Evil are great. But you have to take them for what they are. If you take it too seriously, then it's obviously not gonna work for you.
That's why I can't, because I can't switch my brain off to one shit like that.
I don't understand how you can enjoy our games then. They can get quite silly.
Yeah, but it's something I can visualize in my head. Something I can make more bearable.
Honestly, I think you'd enjoy the Brave and the Bold Aquaman. He's quite similar in personality to your own Guardian. Wouldn't you agree, Dries?
Yeah, I said that's true.
Mm-hmm. Silence.
I'm trying. I've given the show like 5 chances, and every time I've watched an episode, it's like...
Yeah, you've obviously watched all the bad episodes. Because I was similar in the beginning. I watched a few episodes and I was like, meh, this isn't for me. And then I watched the right episode and it was like, oh my god, this show is secretly awesome.
Secretly?
Yes, secretly. I'll link you a few good episodes. Don't worry about it.
Alright, but don't hold your hopes up. It has
Chris, what would be a good episode with
monumentally
Aquaman?
large uphill battle to fight.
Chris, can you think of any good episodes with Aquaman? Because my favorite ones are all
where
with
he goes on
Captain Marvel.
vacation. That's a good one.
And he goes on vacation? When Batman goes on vacation, you mean?
No. When he goes on vacation,
Ah, okay.
he needs to take a vacation, and then and he's trying to sneak out of it, calling Batman the entire time, going, "Hey, Batman, what are you up to? I'm busy right now. Oh, you're fighting without me. That's not fair. Just enjoy your free time, Aquaman." Click. Oh man.
Yes. Oh yeah, and then he's super bored and he wants to go on an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It's oddly enough, it's a really dumb and silly show, but sometimes it can get really serious too.
Nope, Nico's not convinced.
Well, I
I've
also
been
still have to
trying.
watch a lot of the episodes. There's still a lot I haven't watched, because I still haven't watched the entire arc of the first season with Starro trying to take over the Earth secretly.
Oh, that one scene is wow. That is a depressing ending.
Yeah, I've only watched like sporadic episodes. I'm like, I basically watch this like small episode summary, and whenever I go like, hey, that's a character I think is interesting, I'm gonna watch that episode. That's basically how I watch it. I don't watch it episode per episode. I technically only watch the good episodes. But maybe that way, in watching only the interesting episodes, I may have missed out on a bunch of other good ones too. Like for instance, yeah, like all those Starro episodes. I haven't seen them yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Doesn't it end with almost the entire Justice League being controlled by the Starro aliens?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not how you think.
I can't remember. It's probably up to Batman or something to
Nope.
save them all. Oh.
Nope, not Batman.
Oh, that's interesting.
Batman doesn't save the day.
Yeah, it's up to Plastic Man!
No.
No, actually, Plastic Man is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
If you take him for what he is. There's a lot weaker characters out there.
I mean, if it wasn't for his personality, if someone else was in that body, he could do some serious damage.
Yeah, Plastic Man is almost immortal.
Yeah. I mean,
Hardly
he can
anything can
transform
hurt him.
into everything he wants. He can even transform into a plane and fucking fly.
Yeah. Ooh, it's up to Elastic Man. That would be more interesting. No, not... What am I saying? Not Elastic Man. The Elongated Man. There we go.
No, you should see the Starro saga. It's, wow, the ending.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, elongated man, so essentially Mr. Fantastic.
No, the Elongated Man is basically like a detective with stretching powers. But he's a lot
So
he's
basically
a lot weaker
Mr.
than
Fantastic
Plastic
and
Man.
Batman.
Yeah, but he's kind of regarded as a loser, which makes him more likable to me. A few people take him seriously because he's kind of a jokester.
Well, his name is Elongated Man.
Yes.
Who the hell takes that seriously?
Exactly! And whenever he's like starts investigating a mystery, he has this trademark thing in which he elongates his nose and he goes, I smell a mystery!
Oh
and
my
starts like
god.
sniffing the air. No, I love the Elongated Man. Unfortunately, they killed him off at some point in the comics.
No.
Well, it's fine. The DC is bound for another reboot soon enough.
Well, they just rebooted.
Isn't that what they do?
Yep, that's what they do all the time. Well, when sales start plummeting, they're like, time for another reboot!
Wait. Have they rebooted the New 52?
Yeah. Sorta!
What?
They still are using some of the New 52 characters, but they kind of more or less went to like a mix of the old universe, the pre-52, and the new 52, and they like put it in a blender. I think at one point there were 2 Supermen or something. I don't know. It's somehow better, but yeah, I guess it's in some aspects it's better and in some aspects it's worse. But then again, it can't get much worse than the new 52.
Well, to be honest, I think Marvel did something similar to that. They merged the main 616 and the Ultimate Universe together.
True.
Yeah, the Ultimate Universe is now gone, but characters like Miles Morales, who was Spider-Man, in the Ultimate Universe is now in 616.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't really follow DC all that much. The only current DC comic I'm really reading, but still have to catch up on, is the Blue Beetle comics, which I admit I'm only reading because Ted Gordon is the previous Blue Beetle, which was one of my favorite characters. Even though this is like a younger version of his, but I still enjoy it. But yeah, that's more or less the only thing that I follow. Yeah.
I don't follow comics at all. I just read stuff on the internet.
Yeah. There's not a lot of... Now that I think about it, there's not really a lot of Marvel stuff I still read either. There's only basically Miss Marvel, which is really going downhill. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep reading it, because the problem with Miss Marvel is that she's a good character and all, but her rogues gallery is crap. I think she has like one interesting villain. That's it.
Which is a shame, because I'm going to say an unpopular opinion, but Marvel actually has a more varied and interesting roster of villains than DC. Yeah. DC has your Joker, Brainiac, Lex Luthor, but that's it. Like, Batman has the best DC rogues gallery, there is. And I'd say that his is more or less countered by someone like Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just look at Spider-Man. Half of why Spider-Man is interesting are his enemies.
Yeah, he has a shitload of them.
Yeah, personally,
but they're colorful characters.
I've always preferred Marvel more. Because, like, this isn't even original. This has been aped so many times. Marvel characters treat their superpowers like a curse, which makes them more relatable. They're like, I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice.
You have the power, now it's your responsibility.
If I don't, people are going to get hurt, and I won't be able to live with that. I like that. I like that more than DC's. Like, even Batman is kind of ridiculous, considering how, like, someone like Batman would never be as popular in Marvel, or as quote-unquote important in Marvel as he is in DC, because he's quote-unquote just human.
Yeah, I mean, and he's... I wouldn't say just human, but they already have
their... There's plenty of human characters that are still relevant in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but look at it like this. True, Bruce is the peak of human in everything. Like, he is the peak of human fitness, peak of human strength. But it's not superhuman. You've got Marvel characters like Tony Stark, completely regular blood. He just has an armor that he puts on and suddenly blam.
But at the same point, you still got like Hawkeye and Black Widow are still members of the Avengers.
Yeah, but I'd say they are not as popular as someone like Iron Man, Captain America.
I'll take Hawkeye over Tony Stark any day.
Oh, them's fighting words, yo.
At least he's an interesting character. I mean, no, wait, let me rephrase that. At least he's a likable character. But then again, Stan Lee deliberately made Tony Stark to be an unlikable character that you yet sympathize with. But that's only in his original story, in which he was, like, stuck in the suit. That's a long time ago.
I think the stuff that I've read about his alcoholism is pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's deliberately how Stan Lee designed him. He made him to be unlikable and then make people sympathize with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that I don't have an Iron Man bias, what with my first character ever being a shameless ripoff.
But anyway, getting back to what I was originally saying about Miss Marvel, the only interesting villain she had was the Inventor, which started out as like this shadowy figure who was like trying to take control of parts of New Jersey, and constantly like just hints of him were dropped in which like Miss Marvel had to fight like this weird giant machine, and the Inventor's inventions were always weird or made out of cobbled together junk. That was kind of his theme, and he also had like this group of hipsters he had under his control somehow. He had given him like a bunch of fancy gadgets. But yeah, it was like a weird character. And then when Miss Marvel finally meets him, gets to confront him, she finds out he's basically a mutant parakeet who has the brains of Thomas Edison.
What?
Yeah, basically just imagine him as like a giant parakeet wearing like a fancy suit jacket, and I think he had robotic arms to have prehensile limbs.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, but it was also awesome. It was Thomas Edison in the body of a mutant parakeet. Well, it wasn't a parakeet, it was a different kind of bird, but yeah, it's not important. A bird.
Canary.
And not even a menacing bird.
Okay, I like that. I like when characters are more than what they seem.
But he was still menacing. He made deadly machines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's...
But after that, it just kind of stopped for her. She either had to fight other people's villains, like Hydra bad guys, or she was dealing with something that basically had to do with goddamn, what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily racism, but all sorts of controversial topics, and I keep feeling the feeling they're just trying to force it in there.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
just her
dumb.
new villains just aren't very interesting. I mean, in the beginning I was like, wow, this is great, this adventure guy is a really kooky character, I love it. But after that, it was just like, yeah, that was like the only interesting villain she had. Now she's
Man,
just
that
dealing
sucks.
with all kinds of delicate social issues. That's what I was looking for, social issues. And I get that's kind of what her character was about, but come on, make her move beyond that. Show her that she's not just this spokeswoman for all kinds of delicate issues.
Yeah, it's called development. Many heroes have gone through that.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, in the early days, Batman had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Killed people.
It's true. But yeah, I hear in the next storyline the Adventure's coming back, which is good, but still, they should give her better, new and better villains.
Yeah. I mean, a hero is only as interesting as their villains are. And that's why I
Exactly.
think Batman is so fucking popular, because he has a really solid rogues gallery. Like, easily DC's best.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as something like Spider-Man or... I don't want to say the X-Men, because the only interesting thing they do is Magneto.
You sound make it dirty.
Not really. There's other interesting villains too, but I don't really read enough X-Men to really know all that much.
Yeah,
about it.
me neither.
They're not really my favorite group in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, no, me neither. Speaking of groups, we can all agree that there has been no other group that's been shafted more than Fantastic Four.
They're still popular in the comics.
Yeah, in the comics, but in mainstream.
Yeah, I think they're like, to me, they're probably one of the least interesting groups in the Marvel universe.
Which is a
Even
shame,
less
because they
interesting
should
to me
be
than the
cool.
X-Men.
I think they should be cool. There's fewer of them. There's only 4 people,
Man.
allowing for more interesting development.
Yeah, but I
Two
don't
of
like
them-
any of them.
Nah, fair enough. Like, another unpopular opinion I have is that the early 2000s movies from the Fantastic Four weren't bad. They weren't, let me rephrase that. I don't see them as horrible as everyone else. They're watchable. I'm not saying they're great, but they're okay.
I suppose
Unlike
I never really liked them all that much.
Yeah, unlike the new one, the Fan Force Stick. That's just dumb.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
neither.
seen it. I don't want to see it. Honestly,
Me neither, because
It's just
I
the
saw the
Fantastic
trailer and it
Four.
was
I don't
just-
care. Maybe
Yeah,
if the
the
Skrulls were in there. I like Skrulls, but they haven't
They're
done a
gonna
movie
be
yet
in-
with Skrulls.
They're gonna be in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I know. You said.
By the
Also-
way, have you guys have seen the Infinity War trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I the only one who thinks Thanos looks retarded? He looks like
Yeah.
Homer with red skin.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't
they
have his
put his
getup on.
helmet back on. He looks a lot cooler with the helmet.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
They took off
who
his
the
helmet
fuck-
and gave him a lame outfit. I mean, what's next? Put him in some boxer shorts and a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah,
I-
hell boy. Make him into
I
a...
think
Yeah,
that is
I
just
want
his
to create a character who wears that.
I think that is just his introduction because he thinks like, well, these are just stupid mortals. I don't need my armor for this.
I hope so,
I'm
because
going on
fucking hell, that
vacation to
looks
planet
terrible.
Earth.
hmm
What's
just-
with these meddling superheroes bothering me all the time? I just want to have a vacation. I have to remember that. That would make for an hilarious story, or an hilarious story in Icons. An alien conqueror comes to Earth to have a vacation, but he keeps getting harassed by superheroes who thinks he's there to conquer the Earth. That would be hilarious. Oh, I'm just right out of fire vacation! Stop attacking me! Who's the real villain here?
I have been dreading next week.
Come again?
So I've got every plan to go see the new Star Wars movie.
Ah.
And I have been keeping myself as spoiler free as I can, but snippets. I don't know what the story is about, and I won't go any further. But I have my doubts.
Yeah, I've heard good reviews and stuff like that. But this is like the last chance I'm giving them. I thought the previous movie was crap. It was really unoriginal.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
It was really unoriginal. If this one is not good, I'm not gonna go see the next one.
Yeah, like, I thought when I walked away from The Force Awakens when I went to see it in the theater, I was like, that wasn't bad, but man, at no point was I at the edge of my seat. It was just like 2 hours or however long it lasted of movie. 2-ish hours of Star Wars.
It was just okay, and for a Star Wars movie, that's not okay. And what bothered me the most is that it was clearly made to be a safe Star Wars movie. They were like, the producers were like, let's make this as safe as possible. Let's just take a story we already know works and slightly change it and hope nobody notices. Yes, that's exactly what I thought too. Like, the first thought I had over the following weeks is that the only reason this is viewed as good is because it is painfully safe. Yeah. Like, it hurts at how completely unoriginal it was. It's like, oh, dude.
Isn't this like then the fourth time they blew up a Death Star?
Yeah,
and this time it was like, suddenly, there's a world-destroying weapon now. It's like, what? Why didn't we mention this before? I thought we were looking for Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. Another problem I had with the movie is that it showed a lot, but told very little. I thought they blew up Coruscant until I read from a fucking wiki article a couple of days later there was some discount planet in some quadrant of the galaxy I had never even heard of.
The discount planet. We bought it at a low price.
Yeah, it's like you would have known what the planet was if you had read the comic or the novelization of the screenplay or something like that.
I also first thought like, Coruscant, but
me too. How dare they blow up Coruscant?
Dude,
they got
what the fuck?
Also,
it's not Coruscant.
Also, really weak villain.
Yes.
He was actually menacing until we actually learned more about him and he took his mask off. Then he was just turned into an emo git. And
I am Anakin Skywalker in the first 3 movies.
And actually, I thought Anakin Skywalker from the 3rd movie was more menacing than Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
because Anakin in the 3rd movie has moments of brilliance. I watched Doug Walker, Nostalgia Critic, do a thing where he listed 11 good things about Episode 3, or the prequels in general. Mm-hmm. And one of his points was the casting of Hayden Christensen as Anakin. And I consider...
Yeah, that is, if he didn't talk, he actually played the part.
Yeah, exactly what I thought.
He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Yeah, like the moments where he doesn't talk, like when Padme tells him he's pregnant. She's pregnant. Fucking hell. That she's expecting their child. The look on Anakin's face from joy to shock to dread is amazing. The look he gives to the camera before butchering the Separatist High Council on Mustafar is amazing. The stuff before he says, "This is the end for you, my master," that is Darth Vader before the helmet, before the suit. That was amazing. But then, of course, shitty dialogue and, honestly, terrible direction.
Yeah, I heard that he just had to deal with bad writing, that the guy himself wasn't necessarily a bad actor.
Nope.
He
Not
was
at
just
all.
being fed bad lines.
Yeah, and bad direction, to be honest. George Lucas is not an amazing director.
No, I
that
heard.
is. He had an idea. If it wasn't for his wife, even even A New Hope would be completely different.
Exactly, yeah. He is not a great director. Nor is he a good screenwriter, to be honest. Even the originals, people
He
often...
has. He's the guy with ideas, and he says
Exactly.
like, "I want to do this," and then people start writing, and he goes like, "Maybe change this and that," but then
Exactly, yeah.
give it
And
out
that-
of your control.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
But yeah, anyway, I hope in like the new movie that big leader guy, whatever his name was.
No.
Snow.
I hope Snoke. I hope Snoke is a better villain than Kylo Ren, because otherwise the movie franchise is doomed.
To be honest, even Kylo has the potential to be
No,
intimidating. The
I don't
problem I
believe
had,
it.
the problem I had with him was he did nothing. The only cool thing he did was stop Poe's blaster shot in midair. That's all.
Which
The
made no
end.
sense.
In the end. Although, admittedly, he had been injured by Chewie's bowcaster. But fucking Finn held his own against him for a while.
Yeah.
And Finn isn't
But-
even force sensitive. Hell,
But-
Finn...
But
What?
think about it. What's Kylo Ren's deal? He's just an emo little shit.
Yeah, I'm angry
It's
at my
not
parents
like
for some
Darth Vader,
reason.
like, oh, I'm horribly scarred. I've got all these emotional traumas. Kylo Ren is just like, I wanna be a real Sith Lord. Just make my granddaddy.
Ramses,
Seriously.
do you know the first reaction I said to you when he took off the helmet?
Yeah, put it back
Yeah,
on.
put it back on.
He's seen the Earth.
I didn't mind him. It's just that he didn't do anything that would be worth either going.
He's not a
"Oh,
convincing
what a
villain. He
dick."
doesn't really have a tragic backstory or anything. He's just he would make a good stooge. He's basically the new Star Wars Starscream. Yes, I said it. He's Starscream.
That's a little lost on me because I don't.
rule Kylo Ren.
Now I'm the new Emperor.
Kylo Ren.
Yes.
I
I
just
said
had
it.
a
Kylo
slight
Ren
cough.
is the new Starscream. Only more whiny.
I think he has potential, but it remains to be seen. To be honest, between The Force Awakens
So does
and Rogue
Starscream.
One, which, to be honest, Rogue One is completely irrelevant. Like, you
Yeah,
can
it's a better movie.
entirely skip Rogue One, and you will not have missed a fucking thing.
Yeah, but I think it's a better movie though than The Force Awakens.
It went a little bit
Marginally.
original.
Literally just by the hair's width. What puts Rogue One above...
I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm just saying it's a better movie.
Yeah, the thing that puts Rogue One above The Force Awakens is Vader.
Oh yeah, he steals the show.
Be
when he shows
careful
up.
not to choke on your aspirations, director. And that ending scene, those are literally the only things that put Rogue One above Force
I
Awakens.
also think
Everything else
Rogue
about
One
Rogue
had
is trash.
really good supporting characters. The main characters weren't very interesting, but the supporting characters, wow! Those
Yeah,
were
but
some
then,
interesting
again
characters.
with Rogue One, they don't give us time to get connected with them. The only person I felt sorry for dying in Rogue One was the fucking droid.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk. Yeah, he's a good actor.
The only character I felt sorry for having died was the fucking droid, because the movie is rushed. It shouldn't have been a movie. It should have been a TV show.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
something, or like a
should've-
couple of movies
yeah, it should've been
that
a-
we could have
yeah, it
gotten to
should've been.
know the droid, the blind guy who's force sensitive and totally not a Jedi, and the heavy weapons dude. I mean, I'm calling them that. I don't know their names,
Exactly, yeah.
but they
Like,
were still interesting
Jyn herself,
characters.
not interesting. None of them are interesting. That's why I think, and yeah, of course they're gonna die. We've known the end of the movie for what, 40 fucking years.
You do?
Well, yeah, obviously, because
Well,
if
yeah,
they
you
don't
know how
get
A
the
New Hope
plans,
starts.
A New Hope doesn't happen, so
But yeah, they should have made. Yeah, it's a good point. They should have made it into a TV show, which is what George Lucas was originally planning until he sold out.
Yeah, it should have been either a series of spin-off movies, like 2 or 3, or it should have been a TV show like Arrow or...
Yeah. And then they could have developed all those interesting characters.
Exactly, yeah, but as it is, they don't give us time to get connected with the characters to feel sorry for them dying. It's like, when I saw Jin and the other handsome dude at the end about to die, I'm like, yeah, they have to do that, because there's no mention of them in A New Hope. So, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Rogue One it was pointless. It's a harmless time sink. Like, if you take the context of the now 8 movies, 9 if you include Rogue One, you can completely ignore Rogue One. You have not missed a damn thing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and it's actually a story that's been done before.
Yeah, like,
So, yeah.
The ending has no weight to me in Rogue One, because I know what happens. They get the plants. Doesn't matter what they go through what sort of loops they go through to get them. Any suspense they manufacture, like, ooh, will they succeed, is immediately ruined when I realize the fact that the conclusion of the movie came out in 1977, or whenever the whenever episode 4 was released. So, why should I care?
I was impressed though with the effects that they put in all the old characters, basically, and that they really look like the way they looked in the old movies, which I thought was impressive.
I think Leia's face was a little chubby.
I'm not so sure about that, but I was impressed with like those 2 rebel generals. That really look like the real deal. I mean, the old guy with the beard, and then the other general who was basically the commander on Hot. I forget their names.
Yeah,
but those looked like the real deal.
Yeah, the visuals are great. Like with The Force Awakens, it's a nice looking movie. It's just a shame that it is so completely pointless.
Oh, and I laughed at that they reused the lines of Red and Gold Leader in that movie. Like exactly the same lines as in A New Hope. I laughed at that. And of course, Red 5 dies, so Luke can later take his place.
Yep.
You know what I actually think? With actually the ending of Rogue One, Leia escapes with the ship with the Death Star plans and escapes. Darth Vader just see her leaves, and the next movie is practically directly when they are chasing each other. And Leia is saying to Darth Vader, "This is just a diplomatic ship," and Darth Vader is thinking, "Bullshit, bitch! I saw you leaving."
I actually had an argument with my friend over that little thing. He was like, Rogue One has ruined Leia because of that one fucking line. Like, those few minutes at the end of Rogue One ruined Leia's character, and I'm like, dude, you have gotta be. Because it makes her a liar and a chump, according to my friend. And I'm like, dude, the original movies are full of these kinds of moments.
But what I was actually trying to say is actually the balls of Leia, that she actually knows she just got away from Vader, been chasing by her, and then saying to his face, "This is just a diplomatic ship. We're not part of Rebel Alliance." Those are the balls of Leia just going like,
I don't care. In my opinion, it doesn't diminish Leia's character at all.
No, not at all.
Like, she's like one of the kind of characters who, like, shit like, oh, no, sorry, the point was it makes her less witty, which is ridiculous, because later on in the movie he just goes, aren't you a sport for a stormtrooper? And it's like, I don't, like, no. It is so fucking, the whole argument was so fucking dumb.
So anyway, why, in my opinion, Rogue One definitely wins over Force Awakens is because it had a space battle! And an actually good one! I got the tingles! I was
Yeah,
like,
actually not
oh
that,
my
it was
god,
at-
a fucking real space battle, which is always the highlight for me in any Star Wars movie. That's what I am waiting for when I go see a Star Wars movie. So, in my opinion, Phantom Menace is a superior movie to Force Awakens. Enough said.
Yeah, I mean, what I liked about Rogue One
but
was not just the space battle, was ground battle, air battle, space battle all at once. I was going like, wow, that's all
Oh,
at once.
and at least Phantom Menace has as a menacing bad guy in the form of Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
okay,
fucking
I'm not
killed,
going to contest that. I'm not going to contest that.
He's one of the few characters who killed off Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed a Jedi Master.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna argue against that because there's really no argument to be made. However, I will vehemently say that episodes 1 and 2 skippable.
I don't agree.
Like if they wanted to make the prequels good, they should have started where episode 3 starts and make 3 movies about Anakin's journey to the dark side rather than try to cram the
Yeah, I agree.
path
I
from-
thought it was sudden.
the path from like from the beginning of episode 3 to the end. Anakin has done a complete 180 in like the span of 2 hours.
Yeah, but you know, it's that movie actually takes span over 9 months because Leia tells in the beginning of the movie she's pregnant and her belly is still flat. So you know it takes at least 9 months in the movie.
Yeah, but that's still not enough. Like, what do the first 2 movies really add to the
Actually,
whole
the
the original
first 2
trilogy.
movies, I mean, just actually the 3 movies are just a very elaborate scheme from Palpatine to take over the fucking universe.
Yeah, they do show Palpatine's political maneuvering a lot.
Yeah,
on
okay,
screen,
fair
yeah.
enough. But honestly,
I mean, he is the main villain of the 6 movies.
I know, but the problem with that I have is I don't want to watch a fucking political movie when I'm watching Star Wars. Like, episode 1 is so full of political jargon. The only fucking things that I could conceivably watch from episode 1 is the space battle and the duel against Maul. In episode 2, basically
I like
the stuff
pod
that happens.
racing.
Now,
Yeah,
this
pod
is
racing.
pod racing. No, I can give or take that. From
And
episode
what
2,
though? In the Toydarian, my tricks don't work on me. Only money.
What I remember most from pod racing is this. And then-
No.
Okay.
and from episode 2, basically the Battle of Geonosis.
Yeah, the end
I
battle was awesome.
played so much Star Wars pod racer, so maybe I'm biased to pod racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also played a lot of that.
I can watch the entirety of episode 3, at least from time to time. I'm not going to pretend that episode 3 is great. It certainly isn't. It's full of
I
problem.
thought Grievous was killed off way too fast.
That's true. Because he was super hyped up in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah, he
It's
was
like this
hyped up.
completely
He was one of the.
undefeatable warrior who just slices through Jedis as if they were paper.
And then Obi-Wan does zap
Lost.
zap. This.
Well, to be honest, Obi-Wan is the master of the defensive fighting style.
But still.
I can,
Yeah.
I
Fucking
can
lightsabers going at who knows what kind of speed, so they become a perfect circle, and he goes like, no problem.
That's the whole point. That's the thing. The fighting style, and I'm a massive nerd about this. The fighting style Obi-Wan utilizes, the Form 3, is tailored just for that.
There he goes again.
Like in his prime,
what a
Obi-Wan.
nerd!
Yep, in his prime, Obi-Wan could block like dozens of saber blows at a time, like in a span of a few seconds.
So, anyway, I hope the new movie has a better villain, cause even the prequels have better villains. I mean, they have
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, they have Christopher Lee, so yeah. That's
My
Mark
powers
Hamill.
has doubled since last time. Good, twice the power, double the fall.
I tried double the fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. At least the prequels tell an original story.
And they had better
It's-
villains.
Yeah, it's like episode 1, 2, or 3. None of them are retreads of 4, 5, and 6. Whereas
Yeah.
episode 7 is basically a retread of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to admit the only reason I'm actually giving the new movie a chance, because actually I was thinking of not going, but then I reminded that like it has a lot of Mark Hamill, and I like Mark Hamill's acting, so that's actually why I'm going.
Mark Hamill is
Just,
such
just
a
to
bro.
see Mark
though.
Hamill.
Mark Hamill is such a cool guy. It is unreal.
Oh yeah, Ramses, you were actually right about that picture. It was actually really Mark Hamill on Ray's back. It wasn't photoshopped or anything, because I've seen other pictures of it.
Yeah, well, that's a long time ago that I show you that picture, but yeah. Now I am suddenly reminded of something that we were discussing earlier now I'm retreading something when we were talking about Marvel. I am actually now, at first was excited for the Black Panther movie, but I'm now disappointed.
Why?
I'm not sure I want to go see it.
Why? He says his last Infinity Stone.
Because it's, again, rehashing the same old story, what they've done in almost all the Marvel movies, in which the bad guy is like, has the exact same powers of the leading guy. Is this,
Aw,
they can't
man.
really not come up with anything else?
That sucks.
Yeah,
It's the fucking Black
and
Panther,
this time
come on.
he literally looks like him. It's just like the Black Panther with a slightly different finish to his armor.
That is weak.
I mean, how many times have they done this now? They've done it in Iron Man. They've done it in Ant-Man. What other movies have they done it in? I'm sure they've done it. I think almost every. I think you can say that about almost every Iron Man movie, though.
Practically the Hulk also, Abomination.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, these are heroes that have other villains, people. They're not just all. They don't all have the same powers.
Yeah,
Well,
where is that
depends
one
on-
dude? Where is that one villain from Iron Man? The 10 Rings. I forgot the name.
Mandarin.
Yeah, the Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Yeah. Magic
Yeah.
versus technology. Come
Well,
on,
he was
bring
in the
it.
third movie, except that, the
No,
third movie
he
was
was
a bit
not.
That's
trash.
not the real Mandarin.
Yeah, I know. The third movie is weak. It's not even an Iron Man movie. It's a movie about Tony Stark with an Iron Man cameo.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't make Claw the bad guy in the Black Panther movie, because he's one of Black Panther's biggest enemies, but now he's just like the right
Claw,
hand
yes.
of the villain or something. I don't know, just some lieutenant. I don't understand. But yeah, I'm not sure I don't want to go see it. I'm very disappointed in Marvel Studios, and I mean, is this the best thing they can come up with? This is sad.
Oop. Well, at least on a brighter note, the Spider-Man movie was good.
Yes, that was good. It had Michael
Homecoming.
Keaton.
Homecoming was nice. Although, I will admit, it was a little slow at times. No, not slow, but, what's the word I'm looking for?
The only Spider-Man movie that sucked for now was the one with Venom.
Yeah, that's true.
If they left out Venom and made Sandman the main villain, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
Or at least they could have possibly, if not salvage Venom, make him more tolerable by hiring a better actor.
Yeah.
Topher Grace was not a good choice. He's
Yeah,
not into
Venom was a real dumbass!
fucking nerd from the 70s show.
Dumbass! With an alien symbiote! Which makes him even more of a dumbass!
Put my
Yeah,
boots
because
up,
he has
yo.
no mind of his own. He always gets it taken over.
Yep. But you're right, yeah, they should have left
He was a
him out.
terrible Eddie Brock. He was not
Yes.
convincing as Eddie Brock.
No. And to be honest, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is sort of bleh. It did have the legendary scene where Gwen Stacy dies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right. I was like thinking, what was Spider-Man 2 about again? So that says a lot.
Is the one with Doc Ock.
But yeah, the first movie is way better. I agree.
With the
Yeah.
lizards. Oh yeah.
But yeah, the new one shows promise. At least they're trying something new.
Yeah, I mean, there are two dun moments in that movie going.
I've got one.
Yeah, that
problem.
was great. If I ever become an internet movie reviewer, I'm totally gonna use those jokes.
I've got one problem with Homecoming though.
What?
I don't like the fact that Spider-Man's suit is from Tony Stark.
Ah,
Yeah.
good point. That's a very good point.
Okay, I get it. They're referencing Iron Spider from the comics. That's kind of cool, but I would have preferred that Peter made his own suit.
Yeah,
Although
he needs to
con-
do his own
Well, you
thing.
can actually
Considering-
see making his own webbing and things like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
that's
still.
fair.
And he
That's fair.
actually hides his suit under the closets in the hallway. I thought that was
That is
amazing.
really nice. Yeah, but to be honest, even Andrew Garfield made his own suit. It wasn't high tech. It wasn't even high tech. It doesn't need to be high tech.
Mhm.
But
I-
that's a nitpick.
I
to be
do
honest.
agree, though, that like a science nerd, like albeit a very smart one, basically designing and sewing his own suit would maybe be a tad unrealistic. But yeah, I also didn't like the whole thing that he had to go to Tony Stark for his stuff.
Yeah, look.
He should have gone to a clothes designer or something.
Yeah, frankly,
Can you make
frankly,
this for me?
it's a
Why is it
nitpick.
Halloween costume? Yes.
Frankly, it's a nitpick. Homecoming is my favorite Spider-Man movie today because,
Yeah.
honestly, Tom Holland is an amazing actor in it. He does a really good job.
And did they actually combine
Yeah, they.
an MJ with actually Gwen Stacy?
Yeah, and I'm not sure I dig that, but
I love that character. It was the
I
best
do
female
like her
character in
character
the
though.
movie.
I do like her character.
Yeah.
Another thing they combined, or well, this is probably what Tom Holland combined. He combined the two previous actors into his own
Yeah,
performance.
but all the good parts. He played a nerdy kid, always on time, and
Yeah, I know. Like his act, his portrayal of Peter and Spider-Man is well, I won't say perfect, but the most spot-on portrayal of him that I've seen. I mean, he does the nerdy thing that Tobey Maguire did with Peter brilliantly. Like seriously, he does a great job with it. And what was I supposed to say?
is Postman still here?
Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Right.
Yeah, it
No,
got
no.
derailed.
Now I remember. And remember how everyone said that Andrew Garfield was a terrible Spider-Man? Or a terrible actor, that he shouldn't have been playing Spider-Man at all?
Shit.
At least he didn't cry as much as Tobey Maguire.
No, the thing is, though, everyone said that Garfield was a terrible Spider-Man.
And he hates Mondays.
However, if you look at Holland's performance, it is totally a mashup of Garfield and Maguire.
Yeah, but all the good parts.
Yeah, it's the timidness and nerdiness of Maguire in his Peter, and the flamboyance and the sort of kind of laid back jokes or ish nature of Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
And if Garfield had been, quote unquote, a shitty Spider-Man, why would Tom Holland be copying him then?
Good point. Say, guys, we've been talking for over an hour now. How about we actually do a game?
Okay,
No.
what is this?
What is that?
What is this game you speak of?
What is gum? I don't understand.
Yeah, let's play backgammon.
Yes. Let's
Oh,
not.
by the way, guys, about next week, I wanted to do, while I look for my dice, I wanted to do an extra icons game to, get us done faster, so to speak.
Duh.
So, Nico, you're the only one. Well, not the only one. That's not true. I haven't heard from you yet for next week. Do you have time?
That depends on the day. The 25th, 26th, and 27th are no-go. The 28th-ish, I can sort of maybe make it work. And the 31st, obviously being New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to get anywhere.
So
Basically, the
28th
29th and 28th.
Yeah.
That's Thursday. I honestly don't know. I can't yet make any promises on either one on that day. I'll have to look into it more.
You don't have an earlier day available, like the Wednesday
No.
or something?
No,
Okay.
I am not at home at all on Monday or Wednesday, and I'm taking the Tuesday to myself.
Okay.
Because I have been running like a headless
Some
chicken
eco
for this
time.
entire... Yes. Because I've been running this whole week, I've been running around town like a madman looking for presents, preparing for... Yeah, pretty much. Preparing for Christmas and shit. So the 27th is my day. It's I'm just gonna not do anything. I will procrastinate like a boss.
Oh! I wish I had time for that. Alas! Where's my black D20? Okay, cool. Both of them. Do you want to join as a guest appearance?
For the Icons game?
Yeah, you could play the Loomer. If you want.
Well, if it has been going on for a long time, I don't know how easy it would be to join it, but
You could make a guest appearance. It's gonna be a story in which let's just say because you already had made an Icons character long ago, but I'm just saying it's a story in which a secret agent, shall we call him, could easily be called into the story, shall we say. If you wanna play the Loomer at least, but then you don't have to make a character because you already have the stats.
Remind me again, what were we playing?
The Heroes of Santa Victoria, of course.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you play Guardian.
Guardian,
from
yes.
Space.
The Guardian, the voice of justice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Dreesen,
I
that's
remember.
gonna be the episode in which they say goodbye to Marmoria, so you're gonna have to play Marmoria a little bit in the beginning.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just so long, losers, and then you don't see her anymore.
I'm out of here.
And I'm going home. But yes, both of them, give it some thought if you'd like to join, just to have some fun. It's not a very serious game, so I think it would be up your alley, and then you could scare people.
Hello, I am the Luma.
Honestly, I just uploaded the last episode of Freedom Foes, and there was like a line of yours.
I didn't
that...
upload it, my. Damn it.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah, whatever. But there was a line that you said like shortly after the break, which was like, "Welcome to your nightmare." And I thought like, hey, that actually sounds menacing, so I saved that. I'm probably gonna use it in I don't know what yet, but I saved it. Because it's not in the actual episode, because it's during the break, so I cut all the break out.
X-Men,
yes,
welcome to die.
Yes, I cut the breaks. But yeah, I still saved that little sound file. I thought like, hey, let's use that in a scary game one day. Yes. Okay. But yeah, like I said, yeah, probably Thursday then, if Nico can make it.
Maybe, but I make no promises at all.
Okay, but it's gonna be the revenge of Aspis! Oh no, wait, you never fought Aspis, did you?
Nope, he did not.
Nope.
Imagine Cobra, but they have magic doodads instead of technology. Yeah, actually, the Cobra crossed with the Goa'uld trooper, the Jaffa. There we go, the Jaffa from Star Gate.
Gate.
With magic. That's basically Aspis.
Okay.
So yeah, and they worship the Egyptian god Set, which is what the acronym means: the Alliance of Set-pledged Instigators of Strife.
I do think Dao's remark was actually the best one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There were these giant mummies or zombies in the.
They were mummy wraiths, so like
yeah, they were mummy
like
wraiths,
shadowy mummy things.
And they became very menacing towards Dao's character and like raw. And Dao actually, don't you mean Seth? Like, what?
He said like, no, you're confused. You follow Set. And then the monster was like, huh?
Not raw.
Oh,
It was just such a stupid joke.
Yeah. Took
He
a
actually
moment, but yeah,
stumped
I figured.
the menacing monster.
Nice.
But yeah,
I'm
they have
actually
like
a bit angry at myself. It took longer than it should have to realize that joke.
But yeah, they have the typical foot soldiers like Cobra would have, but instead of guns, they have like weapons that shoot like magical projectiles and stuff like that. But the leaders, they are often like dark sorcerers and stuff like that, and they can summon all sorts of minions from the underworld and what have you. Oh no, wait, from the desert.
Sounds like they need a good old-fashioned
Desert
beating.
domain. Come again?
They need a good old-fashioned beating.
Well, usually yes. In G.I. Joe, what did they do with Cobra?
Yo, Joe.
Hit him up, beat him up.
Usually yes.
They fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. Fucking Christ.
And be prepared is twice.
G.I. Joe is there.
Also, and even though he's no longer among us, although I'm not saying he's never gonna come back, Sean gave me the idea that maybe one day we should maybe play a Strike Commandos game. You guys remember Strike?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. The government agency who mainly fights Aspis. I still thought it was a funny comment though, that he was like we know we're in serious, like something along the lines of we know we're in serious trouble when even the side characters are cooler than us. Remember that when you met Major Marcade in his office and he had like a robotic eagle and stuff?
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the talk of your talk with him, it was basically like, "Oh, I gotta go on the mission," and then he jumps through a window, and then he grabs a hold on a helicopter, and meanwhile the eagle like soars out with him and stuff. I thought Sean's comment was pretty funny. Oh no, it's like we want to really have to step up our game because the side characters are cooler than us. So anyway, wow, it's getting really late. Why do you say we get a game start?
No, do it next time when Dao's back. No, just kidding.
Yes. So, for everybody watching the pre-show, because yes, I was again secretly recording all of this, stay tuned. We'll be right back with the actual game. Wow!